Alright, and we are live. Switch over to this, and let's begin. Where did I put that's the controller? So I'm a little bit disorganized right now, but everything is back, and we are ready to go. Switch on the Y-coms. Come on. Connecting to the internet, connecting to the internet. We are not connected to the internet. Let's go into Dynamax Adventures. Of course, we're going to go for Reshiram once more. Saving progress. Invite others. Well, how's everyone doing today? Glad to see everyone is coming out. Can we actually get Reshiram today? We're almost a quarter of the way there. You know, again, as I jokingly said before, we're probably going to reach 300 before we actually get this thing. And that'd be hilarious if we do, but yeah, that would be funny if we do. No one's showing up yet. No one's on the... I did switch on Y-coms, right? Yeah, I switched on Y-coms. And we do have internet communication. Okay, that's weird. Generally, it doesn't take that long for randoms to start joining. Oh. Let's just wait. So how is everyone doing today? There we go. Hopefully we can get some good rock types or something like that. Some rock types or some ground types. Because that's really what we need to fight this thing. Something that can just deal damage in return. Because, like, all things considered, like, Reshiram's not too hard to beat if you can get a decent physical attacker that is weak to, which, I mean, granted, is the case of basically everything in Dynamax Adventures. If you can get an attacker that the thing is weak to, you can easily beat them. Kind of simple Pokemon 101. I just kind of wish that everything just wasn't so not... Again, I get the idea is to force you to work well with the other people. But that doesn't really work when you consider the simple fact that people don't really like working well together. Like, when you consider that, it kind of all falls apart. That's the whole thing of Dynamax Adventure, just kind of falls apart when you really consider people don't actually think about coordinating well. Or like, okay, well, I can't see what they say, so I'm just gonna do my own thing. And you have four people essentially doing their own thing in a match where they think the other three are just bots. And it just creates one giant mess where no one knows what the heck anyone's doing. Hopefully we can get some more people, but why is it slowing down so much? What? Usually there's more people at this time. Very odd. It's a bit strange. Okay. Who's pinging me? Who the heck is pinging me? Oh, Philly's server's pinging me. General, Philly must be going live then. Yeah, Philly's just going live. Oh, no stream today. Exam tomorrow. Oh, he's got a new video, not a stream. Okay, that's what it is. That makes sense. I mean, he's got an exam. He's got to study for it. Respectable. We're seriously gonna get stuck with bots. We're seriously gonna get stuck with bots, aren't we? Of course. We get stuck with bots. We get stuck with bots. Ugh. I mean, best thing I can do is go with this. It's really the best thing I can do. I'd probably go for Comfey. Well, hopefully... Why couldn't we have gotten the Relicanth when I was up? Why could we not have? It's like they were picking the things that are all intentionally weak to fire. Great design, game. Absolutely great design. Ground. I'm pretty sure there's a Digger's Bee right there, and that does have huge power with ground type moves. But this side also has more things. I'm pretty sure this is a Sandaconda. Which is good for me, because then I can just Leaf Storm it to death. Or whatever my grass move is. Yes, Sandaconda. G-Max Sandblast would actually be pretty good for fighting this thing. And also, I forgot I gotta switch on the music. Sorry about that, my friends. And music on. Alright. Oh, Pedal Dance is what I have again. Go to Dynamax. Max. Overgrow. That way, we should be able to go through things. Part of me hopes they get rid of the Hone Edge at some point, because like that thing has no guard, and it will mean that all of Reshiram's blue flares will hit us. And blue flare is nothing to screw with. Blue flare is nothing to screw with. And let's go for the pedal dance. Dancing with Lee. Alright, he has Energy Ball. I always forget how stupidly fast Sandaconda Comfey is. Like, it's a base 100. It's a base 100. It's the reason why it's generally used on Trick Room teams, because it got the priority, so the lowered speed from Trick Room doesn't even matter. Now everything is going to be grass boosted. And, alright, Giga Drain. Alright, good. We're gonna win this. Scale Shot. It'll... Hey, Melon. Okay, so... Does No Guard just not work in Dynamax Adventures? Does No Guard just not work in Dynamax Adventures? Is that what the case is? Street Wolf Steve Victoria. I don't think I've met you before. Are you new here? Let's go for another Max Overgrow, and we win this now. Comfey lends the Energy Ball. I lend the Max Overgrowth. Hello, Street Wolf. Are you new here? I don't think I've seen your name before. I will, of course, be catching this Sandaconda, because I would like to have this for the Reshiram fight. Pretty much, as much as I do like Lilligant, anything would be better than the Lilligant for this. I really wish we could have gotten the frickin' Relicanth. Those Relicanth head smashes are nothing to scoff at, because it's boosted by Rockhead. Well, not boosted by Rockhead, you have the damage negated because of Rockhead. Yeah, I'm definitely taking this. I came from... Oh, okay, that's where you came from. There were a lot of people that came in the raid last night. Thank you for coming here as well. If you have not subscribed, we do stuff like this a lot of the time. This is something that we do every Thursday and Tuesday. The Hardcore Randomizer Nuzlocke. I don't know if you did that, but depending on things, like we're actually like one sub away from that. We are one sub away from a death in that project because of all the subs we got. But again, like, thank you for coming with the raid yesterday with Major Lee. That meant so much. Expert Belt, Bright Powder. I think I'll go with the Expert Belt. Yeah, the Expert Belt would probably be the best option. Good, that person picked a Citrus Berry. Nothing much, Melon. How are you doing? Glad to see you're with us. Come on. Come on. Let's let the thing go. Let's let the thing go. Hopefully this has the ground type move. Or it's Crawdon, because Crawdon actually is pretty decent. It's... Yeah, I'm okay with Crawdon. I'm very much okay with having Crawdon. The main reason why is, like, Crawdon has adaptability, and it's got some decent moves overall. Go for Petal Dance. Go for the Dancey Petals. Glad to see you're doing okay, Melon. Glad to see you're doing okay. Why is the Butterfree using a status move and not going for the throat with an attack? 'Cause I know it has like either Giga Drain or Pollen Puff. Or does it have Venoshock? Or does it have all three of them? I don't know. I only vaguely have, like, an idea of most of the movesets. Glad to see you're doing alright. Glad to see you're doing alright. Alright, Sandbra. Rage Powder. I mean, if that draws a water-type move, that would be really good. Ooh! Oh, yeah, that's damage right there. Because, yeah, you don't really have, much special defense, if I recall correctly. The question is, can the other guy beat it? Lash Out. Ooh, Lash Out's gonna do a lot of damage. Because that's Lash Out boosted by the stat drop and adaptive boost. So that's basically, what, like 4 times base power? That's ridiculous right there. That's freaking absurd damage. Like, I do actually really like how much damage it does. Because it's just freaking bonkers damage. Yeah, you have, I think, like Muddy Water, Lash Out, and I think you have like Swords Dance as a status move. I'm a little tired because, like, I mean, 8 or more hours of sleep is generally pretty good. That's what you want to shoot for. Oh, Facade. That's what your move is. I'll take it. I will take the thing. It's at least better than Lilligant in that, you know, I can at least use the Dark type moves to destroy things stats. That's a Magmar. That's a ground type. Water, I don't know what that's gonna be, but I'm gonna go for the ground type. I think that's a Rhydon? I think that is a Rhydon. And if it is a Rhydon, that's really good. What? Why did they go for that? Well, at the very least, I can go for... At the very least, I can go for Bright Powder. Maybe that'll help. You know, maybe that'll get me to avoid some moves. I mean, I guess if they're gonna go for the Magmars because it gets easier to beat, but like, I don't get it. I mean, I think you're tired because you slept too much. Your body hasn't like overcorrected yet. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for Lash Out when it comes to fighting against the Reshiram, just because it's a weaker physical defense and special defense. I think also have a higher physical attack, so we can just do that. Why are you using Rage Powder, Butterfree? Why are you freaking use Rage Powder? It's not good. Oh, this round is okay. And oh, how did I get Glare? Maybe use Glare. I forget that it does actually have Glare. Like, it gets a lot of good tech moves. Just in that it really isn't that great in VGC, because, like, it's got a lot of things it can do. It just doesn't really have the right stats to do them. Scale Shot. Why are they using Scale Shot and they are not using freaking, like, Scorching Sands? It's super effective. I mean, yes, I get the deal, but also this thing gets Clear Smog. Muddy Water! Sacred Sword! And now I can Dynamax, except it doesn't make any sense to, because I got no reason to. And unfortunately, well, actually, no, not unfortunately. Them being able to Dynamax as Sandaconda might actually be better, because Gmax Sandblast gets damage rack up after every single turn. So that might be actually a bit better if they have that. We are not going to catch the Magmar. Hopefully we can actually make it through this run and get to run number 24, completion. Yeah, Clear Smog. Yeah, which is actually really good for just negating the, what, just negating the stat drops. I mean, all things considered, it's not going to matter too much. Because, like, we're probably going to get one shot by Reshiram. The only thing that might be able to tank a max Wormwind from it is probably Hon Edge, which they're getting rid of right now, so there's no point. Yeah, I hope that the other person really regrets going for Magmar. I really hope they regret going for Magmar. But now we go on to the main prize of the day. Hopefully we can get the Reshiram shiny. I would very much like to have a shiny Reshiram by tonight. Turbo, please. Let's hit it with a big tidal wave. Oh, no, Lash Out. We should go for Lash Out, because like it's better to go for Lash Out, all things considered. Mostly for the reason of it's just weaker physically, and I'm pretty sure that Muddy Water is like the same base power, but we have a higher physical attack and also weaker special defense, physical defense. So yeah, it's more intelligent to just go for the physical move. Round is not helpful. Dragon Pulse, and you couldn't survive. Yeah, giving Rage Powder a redirect move to a Pokemon holding the Life Orb is not a good idea at all. At the very least, they are going for Gmax Sandblast, so they're hitting it with, you know, a move it is weak to, which is good. And it was a crit too, that's very good. Lash Out! Yeah, we're basically doing nothing to this thing. At the very least, it will slowly have damage rack up over time against it, so there is that. But it's unfortunate that it's a special Gmax Sandblast, not a physical, because Sandaconda's not really a special attacker whatsoever. Yeah, Butterfree got annihilated. And of course, this Reshiram is critting like no friggin' tomorrow. Good thing is that Sand Spit now activates and we get rid of their sun, so pretty much Reshiram is going to have no sun whatsoever. The only way Reshiram can get its sun is, if Sandaconda gets annihilated and it can't use Sand Spit in return. Okay, we're screwed. We are completely and utterly boned. Joy. At the very least, Reshiram's going to be buffeted by the Sandstorm, and still it's going to... Is it still going to get hit by Sand... Yeah, it still gets hit by Sand Blast, I think. Unless that goes away when you switch out? I don't really remember how Sand Blast works, because I haven't really seen it in VGC. Let's check, actually. Oh, it is! Okay, so it does take... Okay, it does take damage from... It does take damage from Sandblast still. Please give me the good boost. Please give me a boost to either defense... Okay, HP's okay. HP's okay. Round... Still taking damage from all the sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. However, I actually like sand teams. Sand teams are actually like my favorite teams to build, mostly because of how many different typings can get a benefit from them, and there's so many different ways you can actually make a sand team. Like, you can have a sand team of rock, ground, and steel Pokemon with some Pokemon that have like Sand Rush or Sand Veil, like have, you know, things like that that are not part of those typings, because if you have an ability that gives you a benefit from a weather condition, you're immune to that weather condition's like damage. And of course, Sandaconda gets annihilated in a single hit. Sandaconda, you're... Wow. Like, I really hope it was worth it getting that Magmar over the Rhydon, because we just lost Lloyd, because they wanted to go for the Magmar. Well, we're not taking anything. So getting that. Yeah, that Reshiram was utterly merciless. That Reshiram was utterly merciless. We're gonna sign up again for another Dynamax adventure. I wish that my I wish I could switch around the slot that Kartana and Reshiram are in, so I could literally just mash A through everything, but I can't. But again, how is everyone doing tonight? Glad to see everyone's coming out. Glad to see everyone's having fun. And we have 3 viewers right now. That is 3 more than I expected. I'm actually also glad, like, I'm looking at my, like, my reach analytics, and it's like, we're getting a click-through impression rate of, like, almost 3%, which is huge. Because, like, before it was, like, 2.5, now it's, like, 2.8%. And because we have so many more impressions, it means we're getting an even higher click rate through. Yeah, it's like, I'm really glad that, like, so many people are actually seeing our stuff. Come on, communicating, please stand by. We finally got someone else. Like, it's such a shame that, like, the AI would pick all these things that are horribly weak to fire when there was a Relicanth right there. It's like, it was such a good pick. Why did it go for that? Like, why did it go for the Honedge, not the Honedge, the Deblade, instead of the freaking, you know, awesome as heck Relicanth that could just head smash everything? But nope, the AI's gotta be really stupid, and it doesn't want to do anything that's actually intelligent. I did not see the trailer, but a friend of mine showed me a picture of the thing from it, Alex. Yeah, I would at some point like to, like, I don't know. Here's the thing with me and, like, spoilers is, like, I kind of don't want to look at things involving a game before it gets released, because I call it the Winter Soldier syndrome, because when it came to the Captain America the Winter Soldier, I remembered basically all the details from the trailers, and, like, halfway through, I was like, oh, well, this is exactly what's going to happen, because this thing from the trailers hasn't happened yet, and that is exactly what happened. And it's like, I spoil the movie for myself because I remember everything, and I kind of, like, want to be surprised. But yeah, so, like, I tend to avoid looking at stuff like that, but I mean, if other people do, that's fine. Yeah, it's alright, Alex. I mean, it's nothing really to be sorry about. It's just different ways of doing things. Ooh, Munchlax. This is gonna sound very dickish, but I'm gonna go with the Persian just because I don't trust other people being tech. I don't trust other people being tech. Hopefully someone goes for the Charjabug. Because, like, that Charjabug would be an amazing addition. So would the Chansey, actually. So would the Chansey. Yeah, Charjabug, Chansey, Munchlax, and Persian would be a disgusting combo, because I have Snarl. But they're probably going to go for... Yeah, they might go... Yeah, good. They went for the Charjabug. They went for the Charjabug. And, I mean, Ivysaur is not terrible. Ivysaur is not bad. Alright, let's look. Rock type there, but I think I'm going to go for ground. Yeah, we're going to go to this one, because at least we know this is a ground type. I mean, the rock type could also be decent. However, I mean, again, hopefully they go for the rock type. I mean, the rock type, to a degree, does make a little more sense as well, because it's resistant to fire and sandstorm. But at the same time, I mean, ground is, again, I mean, they both make sense. Both do make sense. So I can't really complain about either here nor there. Jolteon, you got Helping Hand. Not a terrible option. Not a terrible option. I'm going to use that battery boosted Physical status, special. I want to save as many snarls as I can for Reshiram, purely for the reason of I want to be able to decrease Reshiram's special attacks to make everyone more survivable. Because really, that's kind of the only hard part of surviving this. Is really just like surviving all of the attacks, and the best way to do that is just decrease their stats, or add some form of damage mitigation. Which, I mean, does include debuffs, but the most common forms of damage mitigation are, like, using things like screens. Or, like, Friend Guard, but we don't really have access to Friend Guard, because I don't think there's going to be a Clefable here. Or a Clefairy, not Clefable. Good! Charjabug is going for the dig. And it lands the gunk shot. Please poison. And it poisons. Oh, yes. So good. That is absolutely fantastic. And also, amazing thing, that Venusaur is going to hit it. You know what? I probably should have gone, like, the physical one, then the special one. Charjabug avoids the attack. Yeah, that's not really going to do a whole lot of damage to us, because it's a spread move, and Swift is also weak as heck. Yeah, even, I mean, you are weaker physically, but yeah, that's... Yeah, Battery's a heck of a move. I mean, a heck of an ability. I love it. Like, I freaking love the ability of Battery, because it's such a clever tactical ability, and please tell me they're going to go for Body Slam. And they... okay, these are smart players. These are very smart players. I very much like this. I'm not going to catch this thing, because I don't really need it. But, as long as Charjabug guy keeps Charjabug, we should be golden. I mean, like, even Munchlax would actually be pretty good because it has Thick Fat and it's a bit of a bulky special wall. So it can pretty much take anything Reshiram can throw at it. And I'm immune to Psychic, but, I mean, I'm still kind of weak to stuff from Fire. Fluffy's the thing that... oh, they got rid of the Charjabug. They got rid of Charjabug. No. Ooh, this is a hard decision, because, like, on one hand, Mantine or Mantine is bulky specially. Oh, this is a hard one. I think that's a Lycanroc. Yeah, I was actually thinking going for the Mantine just because it's like a huge special bulk, and just being able to survive things better. Even I think it also gets like support moves. But yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Forgive me. No, this is not run 25. We're only counting successful runs. The reason why I don't catch everything, Sweet Wolf, is because, for first reason, is I don't really care much for shinies, but second is that I actually did used to catch almost everything, and it would bloat my PC storage, and that's really all it is just the PC storage bloat was obnoxious, and having to go through and purge everything every, like, couple of weeks was really annoying. You know, if it's a Pokemon that I would like to get a shiny of, you know, sure, I might catch it, but at the same time, there's also a lot of things that I do want to, like, explicitly and specifically shiny hunt independently as, like, event specials, and I don't want to accidentally get a shiny of that mid this. And, you know, kind of like, oh, well, there goes my shiny special I was planning on doing. I mean, we can catch it. I mean, again, it's just like going through and purging everything later is just kind of the annoyance, because I have gone through and purged my PC boxes in multiple games, and it takes, like, an entire afternoon to go do, because you have to basically sort everything, figure out what goes where, and, like, species, like, categorize everything, and then go through and basically sift through everything, what's the best ones to keep, what has like an ability I want, what has the right IVs I want, you know, what has what to actually keep. Good. Don't get rid of that Jolteon, because at least Jolteon's got. Well, I mean, at the very least, they might. At the very least, it's probably better. Garbodor, Steel type, and a Fire type. I mean, Garbodor's actually kind of decent. I mean, I think I'll just go Garbodor for the item. Wow, what? What do you mean, wow? Because, like, I don't know, like, what the delay is. Like, I don't know if, like, what I just said is what you're actually doing, if, like, you're something else I said, because the delay is inconsistent as heck. Huh. Oh, Scorch actually does have, a ground-type move, so this isn't horrible. This is not horrible. I will go for Assurance, even though I'm not going to be the fastest thing. I'm actually going to be the fastest thing now because everything underspeeds me. I'm not going to be able to get the boost off like I could before with Jolteon, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, it's... I mean, I'm not... Like, I'm not really a shiny hunter so much as most other people. I shiny hunt, like, specific things that are meaningful to me, but for the most part, I don't really go out of my way to shiny hunt. Unless, like, in my own time. I will do for things like this, or, like, let's just have fun. And also get, like, the PC below, because I actually used to do that with basically everything. I would do that for, I did it for, like, just regular Dynamax raids, and I had, like, 5 or 6 of a bunch of different species. Like, I'm never gonna use these things. I'm never gonna need, like, 6 different Machamp. Because of how easy it is to just go and retool old ones. It's like, I don't really need them. It's like, I mean, to people who do catch them all, like, respect. But at the same time, like, the one that people don't really show you is the going through and sifting through everything. Because I have, like, most of my PC boxes are sorted by typing. So that way I have, like, everything that is needed for what I need it for. And then I have my competitive stuff. So basically I have, like, every Pokemon period in the deck's, like, one of every single evolution line in one place, and then I have, like, the stuff I use competitively in another place. Then I have the Apricorn Pokeball Pokemon in a separate box. Then I have my shinies, my foreigns, all, like, sort of. I actually can show you after this, like, the organization. But I slam, poison damage, and I think we should beat this Scorch next turn. I think that's the first KO we've gotten on something so far, on the Venusaur. Unless I'm mistaken. Alright, also, you have, like, really good special defense. I always forget about that. And, of course, we got one. Thankfully, like, we don't really need to rely on our physical attack for Reshiram because we're just going to be using Snarl against it. I would probably like a Shiny Sandwich at some point. But I mean, I'm not gonna keep this thing for the battle. I'm gonna be sticking with Persian because again, the use of Quash and the use of Snarl is just way too dang good. Just way too dang good. It does again have Scorching Sands, which is a decent move, but I'm good without it. I mean, Munchlax person, I could definitely see them getting rid of it because, I mean, Scorch does have a decent amount of special defense, but no, they didn't go for it. Alright, respectable. No, I'm keeping it. I need to keep it. Do not get rid of your Mantine person. Do not get rid of Mantine. Okay, Dugtrio's not terrible. At least Dugtrio is super effective, and it's also ridiculously fast, so that actually helps. This actually helps. Yeah, it's okay. Dugtrio's not bad. At least it didn't give us something like here's a Magneton or like here's a Lilligant. Now we have our battle with the legendary dragon. Can we actually beat it? I hopefully think that we can. Oh, right, Thick Fat doesn't work because Turbo Blaze nullifies abilities. I always forget about that. Let's go for Snoddle. Rawr. Doug Trio, what are you gonna do? It's going for high horsepower. And we outspeed. I I didn't think we'd actually outspeed it because I know that like Doug Trio is really, really quick. But I mean, I wasn't gonna use that thing anyway. Good, go for the mud poison. Okay, thing just refreshed. Was there a lag spike? Or is that just me? Okay, so it wasn't just me. At least that used me a little bit of consolation. Okay, so it wasn't just me that happened to. Good, they're going for that. That's probably the best idea to do is to have the Alolan Doug trio go for that because I wasn't going to because I need to decrease the special attack. They're gonna boost our special defense and make us a little bulkier. All things are coming together very, very nicely. Let's go. Snarl. Rawr. Another drop to the specialized one. I was having like 33% of what it is normally. Max Quake. Now we're at +1 defensively, so we're going to be taking very, very little damage. Even the Doug Trio probably could survive something from Reshiram, unless, of course, it crits, which it probably will, because this game wants to be a jerk. Yeah, we can take those hits pretty dang well. We can take those hits well. Why don't you actually just start going for Body Slam now, because it's going to be the same base power as Gunk Shot because of the same attack bonus, but it's always going to be accurate. Another Snarl. Rawr. Max Quake. Yeah, we're just going basically into unkillable territory now with how many boosts we have. I frickin' love it. Okay, it's growing desperate. It's going for Dragon Pulse, which is going to do nothing to Venusaur. Sludge Bomb. Decent damage. Next turn probably is going to be its end, and Blue Flare is probably going to kill. Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're good. Poison damage. Hopefully it doesn't do the Purge yet, because that would kind of ruin us. Thankfully, we outspeed it, and we can hit it big. I could potentially just use Quash to make it go last, but at the same time, I want to get the hit in. I do want to get the hit in. But is everything like working well now? Is there no more lag spikes? Is everything working like as it should? Ah, holding on with a freaking Slebber. Freaking Slebber. Hopefully it will not do the Purge. Good, it's not doing the Purge. Target Doug Trio. No. Oh, yeah, we're fine. Right, Whirlwind is special. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's the power of super boosting your stats and super dropping theirs. But it's good. They went for Body Slam. Alright, this is battle number 24 done. Okay, good. Glad to see everything is working like as it should now. Let's update the text. This is battle number 24, not 25, 24, successful. Let's see, are we going to be getting the shiny? No Mantine, no Centus. Centiskorch shiny is blue, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And nope, not shiny Reshiram. I am fine taking absolutely nothing. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I'll show how like I have everything organized. I want to save the Reshiram. Yes, please. I'll write that down. But yeah, like this is actually how like I have everything organized. Just getting ready for some special things. Yeah, there's like the Dittos. This is my foreign Pokemon. the Apricorn Ball Pokemon, Shinies, my breed project storage, the breed jacks. These are like legendaries and just some special Pokemon. Legendaries Part 2, Legendaries Part 3, normal types, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, fairy. See, I have everything like really organized by what it is. Yeah, like everything's like organized very, very neatly because of the way that I am like with competitive stuff. I need to have everything sectioned out to the point where I know where what is, so I can go grab it instantly. If I need like, okay, I gotta build this thing, this is exactly where it is, I can go grab it. Saving progress, don't turn off the power. I would never turn off the power because that is contrary to what I want to do. Do. Now let's wait for the thing to start. If we can get some randoms who actually know what they're doing, because I really want to have things go. Oh, Jared, Jared, are you gonna be joining in, my friend? Hopefully you join, because I would very much like to have some assistance. Like reliable assistance that knows what they're doing. Come on, everything, come on, let's get this battle going. Randoms, show up, please. I wonder why, like, there's not really many randoms. Generally, like, this thing fills up really quickly. You don't need to have it saved. I mean, you can just go into YComs. You can just go into YComs and, like, look to see if I'm doing Dynamax Adventures. You don't need to have, you don't need to have the thing saved. You don't actually need to have the thing saved. Which is one of the things I do like about Dynamax Adventures. It's a bit obnoxious to actually do things with. However, if you know how it works, you can kind of skirt around a lot of the problem places. Of course, there's a lot of problem places with it. Okay, really? I've seen a couple of them. I know that there's like ways of doing it where like you can join up with friends without having to go into the friend code thing. It's weird and it's stupid, but it is possible, I believe, to a degree. But yeah, it's like the whole thing just doesn't really like to work correctly. Which is annoying because like it's actually kind of a decent system, it's just nothing actually works right. I was in the middle of a Mewtwo into the moment, but I'll see what I can do. Alright. Good, we actually have people everywhere. Oh, I'm taking that Swampert. I'm taking that Swampert right from the get-go. Marowak's not a bad one. And Machoke, not a bad set of Pokemon. Very much not a bad set of things to have. Alright. Strong fire type. Psychic, ghost, ground, poison. I think they might go for ground type first. Because like all the things that it's the only thing here that is actually good against it. Good, they know what they're doing. Hey, Poke Thunder, how you doing? Glad to see you're here. Very much glad to see you have joined. How is your day going, my friend? How is your day going, my friend? Dynamax power swirls around me, and I'm going to, of course, go for the straightaway Max Quake. Come on, everyone, pick your moves quick. Please pick your moves very quick. Throw the big Pokeball and let the giant Swampert come out rockin', bro. I mean, I'm going to... You know what? You have a good sleep. You have a good sleep, Pokethunder. Nice. Hope it was a good party. Shadow Boon. Hopefully if they save, like, Shadow Ball, because, like, they can use Flare Blitz. I don't think they understand, like, you can use Flare Blitz with Reckless Abandon, because you have Rockhead. Like, freaking Rockhead and Flare Blitz Alolan Marowak is a freaking monster, and I love it. Let's go... I don't want to use, like, all of my stuff right now, so I'm going to just go for Max Geyser. Shadow... Okay, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're gonna go for Shadow Bone, because, like, it's a decent move. Max Geyser! I'm just gonna use Max Geyser because I don't want to waste all of my Earth Power, so I'm pretty sure we can go through the rest of this thing's health. Rock Tomb. There we go. That is what I am talking about. I'm not gonna catch this thing, because it's not gonna be useful to me. Yeah, the animations are cool. Animations are very cool. I hope the person with the Marowak keeps it, because that thing would be really, really good. Like, that thing would be a monster. I mean, it wouldn't be like a monster, as in like, oh yeah, it's got thick club, it's gonna be doing a whole bunch of damage, but it would still take hits decently well, and it's got decently strong moves. So it actually would be pretty good. And of course, they're gonna get rid of it. Which is very unfortunate for us. I'll go for the ground type. Hopefully they are smart enough to go for that as well. Good. It seems that they... And they went for poison. And they went for poison. This is why I don't like randoms. This is why I don't like randoms. Of course, it's a grass type too. I'm quad weak. So I'm probably gonna die here, and we just got rid of our fire type. This is a fine kettle of fish we're in. This is a fine kettle of fish. Good night. Thank you, Pokethunder. Have a good night. Yeah, I hope I can get it. I hope I can get the frickin' shiny. Please freeze. Damn it, it didn't freeze. Okay, well, this was a crit, so at least our luck... We actually froze it. We actually froze it. That's awesome. That's actually freaking awesome. Alright, this isn't looking so bad. This is not looking so bad anymore. Go for another Blizzard. I love that it's just frozen solid. Like, nope, you can't do anything. Okay, good. They're going for Dynamaxing. What? Who's Dynamaxing? And what do they have? Depending on what it is, it'll be good or bad. Jolteon Joy. This is not great. I mean, Max Phantasm, I guess, could be decent because we do have a physical attacker. We have two physical. We only have one physical attack because they got rid of the Marowak. What the hell is the Electabuzz doing? I don't know what it's been using. Maybe it's using like Round or something like that. Because I know it's not using Helping Hand. Oh, okay, so it's using Round. And wow, we got the second Blizzard off. Nice. Sure. We'll catch you. Cut that. I'm not going to be taking this Vileplume, not the Vileplume, this thing with me. Not really something I need. Okay, good. The person was smart enough to realize not to pick a grass type. Unfortunately, now we are left with a flying type and a psychic type. Two things it is very weak to. This flying type, I'm pretty sure is Sigilyph, and I know this one is a Malamar. I think Malamar's probably our best option. Malamar's probably our best option, all things considered. You have lower special defense than physical, so I mean that's all we have anyways, our special moves. So it doesn't really matter, but funny thing is, of all things, that the Gloom would actually have been decently helpful for this because it actually is weak to Fairy. And we have no bug type moves. So yay. Thunder. Actually, hopefully it will set up electric terrain for us. And actually got paralyzed. Nice. Rising? Okay. Well, at least we're doing some decent damage now. Water Pledge. We're at least doing decent damage all around. Max Knuckles. Unfortunately, it's not actually boosting anything of ours, other than, of course, the Machokes. But I got paralyzed. Nice. Go for another Water Pledge. Hopefully we can land some crits. Hopefully we can do a lot more damage to this thing. Because, like, Malamar's a decently obnoxious Pokemon. Hopefully, I mean, at least the good thing is if Reshiram uses Max Wormwind or uses Noble Roar on us, it will actually get boosted if, of course, it's the target of the Noble Roar. Max Wormwind will hit everything unless, of course, it dies. Good. The person with the Jolteon is realizing it might be smarter to go for buffing our team a little more than it is to go for actually hitting with my own moves, because I don't do much damage to this thing. Good. Some people are actually very smart. Topsy-turvy. And do we have any? Oh. That's a little annoying. That's a little annoying right there. But I think we should still be able to beat it. I think we should still be able to beat it. It'll be funny if, like, two of them, they both use Helping Hand on it. Helping Hand, why are you boosting a Pokemon at -1? Why are you boosting a Pokemon at -1? I mean, we're still going to be able to beat this thing anyway, but still. Boosting a Pokemon at -1 is never a good idea. Sure. We'll catch the Malamar. We'll have some calamari. Malamari. I also just realized its name's a pun on Mal as in bad and calamari. I just realized that. I do like natural organic discoveries of things. They're always amusing. But, of course, I'm not going to pick this thing up because it's not helpful to me. I mean, sure, contrary is fun, but when we don't really have many ways of boosting, it's not great. I mean, if the person with the Jolteon was, you know, like, wait, I've moved that drop stats. I can use that to boost my Malamar partner. You know, if they were doing that, then maybe I'd say, sure, that's good. But I don't think that they realize that. The other thing that we actually did in a couple of our matches where, like, I had a Pokemon that had a debuff, and they had a contrary Pokemon, I was like, I could just boost them. Just lost connection mid-adventure. Time to pray for good RNG. Oh boy, that's not gonna be fun, Jared. That's not gonna be fun. Thankfully, I can actually go for Max Quake as a Dynamax now, and hopefully they are going to boost me. Good. Hopefully they are using, hopefully that they're going to be using the Helping Hand on me, and that they're not going to be using it on the Machoke. Giant Swampert takes the stage. I love how the Swampert is even bigger than the Reshiram. I find that very funny. And good, they're actually using it on me. Max Quake. Special defense increase, good. They're using Rock Tomb, but they're dropping the speed stats. Please go for... I mean, I love how we're actually like the second slowest member of the team. I always enjoy that. It's like, yes, make me the slowest member of this thing, because I'm the only one that knows what I'm doing. Yeah, ready to help, Swampert X. Why are you not going for Night Slash? Why are you not going for Night Slash? I mean, Expanding Force would actually be decent now that it has, of course, terrain down, but still, Psychic Terrain is not going to be helpful before Psychic Terrain is set up. Just a little thing about how moves work. And unfortunately now priority moves aren't going to be able to have any priority moves in the first place, but Max Quake once again is hitting Reshiram. We're doing good amounts of damage, so like we do actually have ways of hitting it, but can we actually survive long enough? What? I'm not sure what the exclamation point recent means, Silver. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you guys getting another lag spike? Or is that like for yours? Okay, so it wasn't just me that you guys... So, okay, so I didn't actually get a lag spike, so you guys were? Interesting. Dynamax power swirls around them, and now we're back. They haven't arrived. Hopefully we can actually fight this thing now. Okay, a few short ones. Okay, so it wasn't like huge, gigantic ones. Because I don't really get anything of like the small ones. I don't really get a notification about. It doesn't say like, oh yeah, your thing is lagging. It doesn't have anything to do. Once a big one, then it hits me. But I don't get the other ones. Well, at the very least, we got a little bit of health back, everyone, and they give me a helping hand. Thank you very much for your helping assistance. Okay, a little bit every now and then. Okay, good. They're debuffing the Machoke. They're debuffing the Machoke. You should probably drink some water in that case, Melon. You should probably drink some water. Rakdoom. Right now, it probably would be best for the, Oh boy. Son of a bitch. Right now, it would probably be best for the Jolteon, if we still survive this, to go for Shadow Ball next turn and not Helping Hand me. Because all things considered, it's not gonna do much. Like, we need to actually get this thing dead now. We need to actually kill this thing. Alright, let's look at what its stats are. Let's look at your stats. You are, okay, so it does get rid of its stats. Well, okay, that's a bit of a problem. That is a little bit of a problem. Oh wow, Shadow Ball actually didn't. At least we still beat it anyway. Alright, now we are at 25 catches. This means we are now a quarter of the way to odds. Question is, can we actually get it? I don't think so. We probably won't. Come on. Is this? Knocked out, bringing my team down to 1 life. The NPC came... Wow, the NPCs actually were helpful for once. Always a bit of a shocker when NPCs are not complete garbage. No shiny. Is that shiny? Is that shiny? No, it's not. That's just what regular Malamar looks like. And nope, not a shiny Reshiram. So like, really, regular Malamar is, huh? All right. Yep, no shiny this time around. Welcome back. We, of course, are going to have the thing. Okay, so it's like, yeah, okay. Shiny Malamar more gold. Okay. Yeah, like I always thought Malamar was like its body was like black or something like that. It wasn't like whitish. But I mean, again, I don't really know Kalos Pokemon that well. I don't know Kalos Pokemon very well. You can tell how much I actually pay attention to them. Sorry for being quiet. Like, Silver is asking me some questions on Discord, and I'm just typing. And I don't really talk while typing because my brain just doesn't want to work right. Okay, Kangaskhan, not bad. Cartcoal, okay, not bad. Cartcoal is good. I'm going to get the Cartcoal. Because that's at least a good rock type to have. Normal, Psychic, okay, that's a Slow King. Normal type, Fairy Poison, normal. Flygon is the one I'm going to hope to get. However, I'm pretty sure that's an Altaria in the side right there. Okay, Munchlax is not bad. Munchlax is not a bad pick. Gartoid. Pretty sure this thing can't really touch me. This thing can't really touch me. Let's go set up a Reflect for our side of the field. Hopefully Kangaskhan's the one that Dynamaxes. Or, right, like, we all have... I mean, Kangaskhan's probably the only one that could do decent damage to this thing, is the funny part. Like, we have so many things that are not well-suited for this thing. Please hit me with Max Flare. Of course, it goes for the one fragilest thing in the entire team. Go for Fire Spin, just because, like, I don't want to use my good moves yet. And which one are they going for? Sorry, I'm kind of looking away between screens, because, like, people are sending me some questions. Oh. Alright, the Orbital's G-Max. I always forget that it is. At least they are smart. They're going for triple axle, which is physical and it does do more damage because it's targeting its weaker defensive stat. Unfortunately, actually that actually helps because it means that all of our moves are going to be hitting now. But it also means Gong Shot's going to be hitting everything. And of course it gets off the poison. It of course gets off the poison. Because why would it not? Why would it freaking not? Critical hit, yay! Body Slam, yay! G-Max Gravitas, yay! Is it going to do... It actually does a decent amount of damage. I mean, it's not great, but it's decent enough. That's our special attack. Fire Punch the Kanga. Good, it didn't burn Kangaskhan. That would be so obnoxious if it actually burnt. Just go again for another Overheat. Again, the reason why why the hell are you using Aurora Veil? It's not even the right weather. Good. Body Slam Paralyzed. We're probably gonna kill it this turn. G-Max Gravitas. I'm not going to take the Munchlax, because I don't need it. Hopefully one of them picks it up, because that's what they need. I mean, hopefully the Orbeetle picks it up, because it's not going to be good for Reshiram. But then again, I don't actually know if these guys know we're going up against a Reshiram. They probably think, okay, we're going up against a Dragon type or a Fire type, and they don't get rid of it. They don't get rid of it. I mean... Why would they get rid of the freaking thing that we know has a super effective move. Why would they get rid of the Kangaskhan? That's the reason why I don't like doing things with randoms, is that they do stupid things like that. Or at least we get a backpacker now, so that way we can actually get some stuff. Shell Bell, Leftovers, Grassy Seed, Weakness Pulse, and Psychic Seeds. I'll just go for Leftovers. It's the only one that's actually decent for me. It's the only one that's actually got decent stuff for me. Now, let's see what we're gonna get here. We get... Alright, Shiinotic's not terrible. It's not especially great, but it could be worse. It could be worse. I'm gonna go for my G-Max because this... my Dynamax, not G-Max. I'll just go for Max Flare. It's like, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully, let's burn this mushroom to cinders. Giant Gargoyle! Giant box of coal! I like Gargoyle. I really do like the whole Roller-Coaly evolution line. I really wish that it was a little easier to use, but I get why it's the way it is. It's meant to be difficult to use. That's why Santino was the one that made it work. Triple Axle all hits. Like that's like Triple Axle is brutally strong. It is a brutally strong hit. It's like, I've seen that thing do a lot of damage to things, and Max Starfall prevents burns. Oh wow, that's actually a really good drawing that one of my friends sent me. Mr. Terrain covers the battlefield, but it's not going to matter because you just are double weak to Gunk Shot. You are double weak to Gunk Shot. You're going to get completely destroyed. Poison damage is going to, of course, take away... hopefully the person gets rid of Orbeetle. Hopefully they get rid of Orbeetle. It's like... It's decent, but you're going to be poisoned, you're going to go down, and we need something that's not going to die. We need something that is not going to die. Sure, again, let's catch the Shiinotic. Let's catch the Shiinotic just in case. But yeah, it's actually got like really decent stuff. Like it has Brain Dance and Moonblast. Like it can definitely debilitate Reshiram to a degree. And why is the person not getting rid of the Orbeetle? Why are they not getting rid of... Oh my god, if they're trolling. If they are freaking trolling. They're probably trolling. Okay, so that's an Altaria, and that's a Flygon. All things considered, I think the Altaria might be better. Because, like, at least I can hit the Altaria with Rock. Then I'm not going to take the Altaria. And unfortunately, it will nullify my Sandstorm boost. But it will also nullify its Sunny Day boosts. And wow, we got 5 people here now. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuning in. Cloud 9 activates. All the weather effects go away. Gonna go for a rock slide. Again, the unfortunate thing is that the sandstorm will do nothing for me here because, again, Cloud 9 gets rid of weather effects. I get a 50% boost to my weather. When in sandstorm, I get a boost. I have flash fire? Oh. Yeah, all of us hate trolls in Dynamax Adventures because it's the most annoying thing in the world. It's like, you're gonna go into Dynamax Adventures just to ruin people's days. You are the biggest jackass. Like, if you do that, like, just get the hell out. You are the biggest dickhead ever just to do things like that. It's like... Go for another rock slide. Slide in the rocks. That's what... I mean, the thing is, the NPCs is like... the thing is, the NPCs are, in some cases, better and in some cases worse than the trolls. Because, like, you're really taking a gamble of the AI doing something utterly stupid and basically you having to carry the entirety of Dynamax Adventures. Or go with people who at least may have a vague idea of things to do and possibly get stuck with a troll. Because if you get stuck with a troll and you're in a group of, like, 4 people total... then the other two, like, okay, this guy's being a troll, we have to, like, actually try and work in this thing. So it's like, again, it's a bit good, a bit bad. You know, there's some on both sides. Now, at least he's going for, again, like, at the very least, this person with the Shiinotic seems to at least know what they're doing. So, like, we kind of have that. Hey, Connor, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're having a possible troll in Dynamax Adventures right now. Yeah, but most of my friends... Yeah, that's also fair. I mean, even just, like, regular people who just randomly do Dynamax Adventures, like, sometimes they actually do know what they're doing. And that's at least okay for me. I'll at least take that. I'll take the risk of some occasional trolls with the generally more reliable people who know what they're doing. And there we go. We crit almost completely through its Cotton Guard boost, but the Shiinotic goes in for the kill. And yeah, I know what that's like, not having everyone who can play it. I very much understand that. We'll catch it. We'll catch this thing. I'm gonna get some more water soon, actually, now that I look at it. And also, we've been going for about an hour so far. That's not bad. I'm glad that we're actually doing things well. I'm not going to take it, but hopefully Orbeetle person will. Because like, everything else we've got is actually pretty decent. Yeah, actually, yeah, the Shiinotic person could take it. Wow, the person with the Orbeetle actually almost took it, but no. I'm glad they didn't get it, because, like, at the very least, it's got super effective moves. Even though, yes, it is weak to Dragon itself, it's still a stronger move overall. So yeah, it's again, a bit of both. A bit of both. There's some good, there's some bad, there's some in between, and sometimes you just gotta take a bit of both. And now, let's go for Rock Slide. Slide in the rocks. they're going, at the very least, Gmax Gravitas being put into effect would mean that Rock Slide will always hit, which is at least good for us. The problem is that it means Blue Flare will always hit. Again, this person is just trolling right now. This person is actually just trolling. Good, get debuffed. And it does absolutely nothing, of course. Do you know why it does absolutely nothing? Because the person who's playing does absolutely nothing. And why did they not go for Dragon Pulse? Why did they not go for Dragon Pulse? Let's switch over the songs to something new. Orbeetle restores a little bit of health with its leftovers. However, it's not going to matter in the long run. We recover a little more health of ours. Rock Slide. Max. They're trolling. They are just absolutely trolling at this point. And I hate trolls. Please just go for Dragon Pulse. Please. Good, they're actually going for Dragon Pulse now. Too bad, it's too late. Rock Slide is the only thing that probably would have been doing decent damage. Hopefully we can get a paralysis. And we did not get a paralysis. Rock Slide once again. They're gonna go for another Gmax move. Extra sensory is. Ugh, that hits a bit hard. Gmax Gravitas again. Alright. Does barely a sliver of damage. Please, can we get a crit on something like that? We just need a freaking crit. We just need a little more damage. Thankfully, we haven't actually lost anything yet. So, like, we're in a decent, workable position. And now, Orbeetle goes back down to nothing. So it's going to be stuck with its terrible moves. It's a shame that it couldn't set up a Psychic Terrain to boost its own Psychic Titan moves, but I mean, again, that's how Gmax Gravitas works. The only problem is, now we don't really have much of a way to do much to it. Good thing to be probably a paralysis from Body Slam would probably help us, but what's Max Wormwind? What's it gonna be hitting? And it's hitting me, and I'm dead. Yep. Ah, that freaking Orbeetle troll. Why could they not have done anything that was intelligent? They could have gone for like Gmax Flutterby and at least dropped its special attack a little bit to make us a little more survivable. But no, they got idiots. Body Slam paralysis, please. Good. That's what I like to see. At the very least, it used that, so it's dead. Cheer on. Hopefully I can either get a health restore, a status cleanse, or something. I am... So why is it still... why was it still showing that the Orbital was poisoned? That was weird. Legends are... The funny thing is, Legends of Arceus, the Drogan... Legends of Arceus is like its own separate thing. It's like... this game was kind of a tech demo for it. We've been over this before. It was kind of a tech demo. Like, that's really all, like, the thing is, that's really all that this game and Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, that's all they are. They were just glorified tech demos leading to Legends of Arceus. That's all they were. Nothing more, nothing less. And it's one of the reasons I find it hilarious. Like, again, that's all they are. It's like they were never intended to be, you know, these games. They were meant to be tech demos. They were meant to be tech demos. At the very least, we're all back in play now. So I can actually start doing things. But yeah, like, I'm looking forward to Legends of Arceus. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not... The thing about Legend of Arceus is that I think it's going to be a good game, but depending on what it actually is, like, if it's literally just, okay, go out, catch Pokemon, fill the Dex entry, and, like, you know, catch, like, 20 of each Pokemon, maybe do some battles here and there, it's like... Hopefully there's, like, a lot more to the gameplay, because the thing about Pokemon games is one thing they've always had going for them is even after you finish everything, you can still do online battling, you can still do, you know, shiny hunting, you can still do, you know, a lot of stuff like that. From the way Legends of Arceus is, I don't know if you'll actually be able to do any of that. So it's like, what the gameplay loop for the game is going to be, kind of is going to be sort of hindering for, like, do I find the game to be fun, or is it not? It really just depends on what the gameplay loop is. 26th Reshiram fight is down. Well, yeah, but the thing about Monster Hunter is that, like, you fight giant monsters and you kill them. Like, it's kind of different. Nope, no shinies whatsoever. What a surprise, except it's not really, because that's how things roll here. Well, I mixed with ATB system. What's an ATB system? I've never heard that before. Because, like, I'm not really sure what Legends of Arceus, like, how it's gonna actually play, how it's gonna actually work, and, like, what it's actually gonna be doing. It's just depending on what it is, it can kind of make it like, sure, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that looks amazing. It looks great. But when it comes to actually playing, I can't really stand the game. I can't stand I can't stand Breath of the Wild. I don't like it. And when we get to actually doing that series, you'll understand why I feel that way. So, like, they can advertise the game a certain way, but the way the battle system is, like, the way that, you know, the gameplay loop of it goes, that could really make or break it. Like, if it's literally just, okay, go catch everything, like, 20 times over, well, that's going to get kind of boring. Sure, the game can look amazing, but if it plays boring, it's not going to be a great game. But if it's, say, you know, like the main games where there actually is a lot of battling to do, there's collecting stuff, there's a lot of other things to do, okay, that might be different. It really just depends. So I'm kind of holding off, like, my opinions of, like, the game as a game until we actually get it, because sure, the game can look pretty, but for me, like, visuals don't matter. Visuals basically don't matter for me. Echoed voice, hail slap, tank, liquidation, steel roller, Screech. I could just go for Screech. Because we have two physical attackers, I can just go for Screech and drop defense stats. Oh, we got Drudagon right there. Nice. Very helpful. So we got a Drudagon right there. We got a Fairy type right there with a Rock type. Then we have another Fairy type right there. Okay, this is looking pretty good for us. Good. They went for the Dragonite, so at least we're going to have a Drudagon. So basically, like, it's a real-time battle thing. So it's basically like battles happen in real time. It's not turn-based. I assume is what you mean by that. Because, like, that's, again, depending on how things go for it, again, it could make or break it. I'm going to go for play rough. You have basically continues battling with a single or multiple decks per play. Okay. Yeah, so it's basically like real time. Okay. It's basically like real time. Things are not turn based. Yeah. That's cool. I like that idea. That's an interesting idea. All things considered, I'm not really sure how well Pokemon is gonna mesh with real time. Because like, here's the funny thing: the idea of Pokemon in real time as a battle system goes, that's actually how things would realistically be more so than the way we actually have turn based. The problem is, if you make things a lot more real time, then there's coming a lot of complications because, sure, real time battles can be a really cool thing, but if you do things like, oh, well, now you can use move, but then the argument comes in, well, I can use my moves like to counter yours, like I can, use agility, like dodge, like then it comes like, okay, well, all these new mechanics people are gonna want to be added, like you see in things like the anime or the manga, where moves behave very differently, and that's, I feel, what's gonna be a bit of a problem if they go a bit too much in the real time system. That's one of the reasons why, like, having a very rigid and inflexible turn-based system, as bad as it is, all things considered, when it comes to how things actually would play, from a game mechanics perspective, it's better. It's significantly better to have it the way it is now than, well, let's consider making, you're gonna hit my, you have a coverage move of, like, Rock Slide on your, your fighting type. Well, I have Steel Wing on my flying type. My Steel Wing can negate your Rock Slides. Like things like that are what people are probably going to start asking. Like, we want these things now that they've added a sort of real-time battle system. And it's going to get a bit too complicated. And it's going to, like, snowball into people wanting things that really are kind of unreasonable, because that's kind of the problem with the Pokemon community as is. They want things that are completely unreasonable as is. So adding even more unreasonable things, it's only a matter of time. Layer person really should have this. Layer person really is the one that should have it. You better not take it, Skuntank person. Good, Layer person got it. They were the one that needed it. Alright, Ice type, Fairy, and I want to go for this. Good. Rock type is the good choice. Rock type is the correct choice. Yeah, well, Speed Set Pokemon would probably be pretty broken. Again, it all depends on, like, how the thing would actually work. Oh, Sudowoodo! I do like Sudowoodo. It was a great Pokemon. It is a fantastic Pokemon. I'm gonna go for Screech, just because, like, I don't really have a good move for fighting you. I can support the team by dropping your stats, and hopefully Liquidation from Barrascuda, and I think Superpower will do enough. Yeah, like, we're already going, like, decent damage already. Sucker Punch. That's exactly what I mean. Like, that's exactly what I mean. Like, PvP would probably not be a thing in the game. So, if there's no PvP, then your gameplay loop is going to have to expand into other things. And depending on how limited that, gameplay loop is, good or bad things will happen. Like, if it literally is just fill up the Pokemon, like the primitive version of the Pokedex, if it's literally just that, then, that's going to be kind of boring. Because, like, with the main games, sure, filling up the Pokedex is one thing you can do, but you can also actually do PvP battling. Because, like, I don't see how they'll be able to integrate PvP into Legends Arceus. I just simply cannot imagine it actually working. Like, I do not have a clue how they could do it. Mostly it was like, this is kind of, because again, like the whole thing about this game is I think it's kind of like before Pokemon battling became a thing, before, you know, X thing happened or Y thing happened, you know, it it kind of doesn't make sense. It wouldn't really make sense to have, you know, Pokemon battles being a big thing when this is when people in Pokemon first started kind of working together. It just wouldn't make sense. And again, yeah, they don't have to follow like the game logic for mechanics. Like again, mechanics come before, you know, story is kind of a thing. I don't know how Final Fantasy XIV's online works. I have never played it, so I have no clue how it actually would work. Because like it would be interesting. I mean, yeah, like if they have things like, I don't think they're gonna do things like, oh yeah, like raid battles. I don't think they're gonna do anything like that. I'll take it. Good, I want it. I mean, it's good to have. Like, definitely the what's it called? Yeah, the Sudowoodo is definitely like good to have over Liepard. Mostly for the reason of like Liepard's decent as debuff, but all things considered, the super effective rock is just better. And also ground. So also I have Stomping Tantrum, which I can use even after my Rock Slide misses. Or Stone Edge misses. Stone Miss. Because Stone Miss is a huge pain in the butt. Good. Good. Very, very helpful. Hopefully someone picks this thing up. Hopefully someone picks up this one. I'm not gonna Dynamax. I'm not going to because it wouldn't really help me. Very least, like, yeah, look at the damage that the thing is gonna be doing. It's so good. Life Dew is not gonna really help you all that much because you have the way your HP is calculated. It's not gonna help. Now, let's go for the kill. Better Scooter. Acid Spray. And Iron Head. I love Iron Head. I think I mentioned before, Iron Head's like one of my favorite moves. I think I might have mentioned that before. Because I haven't. Yeah, Iron Head is like probably my favorite move in the entire game. It's a great move. I love it. Hopefully we can catch this thing. And we did. I not catching. I mean, get to Reshiram. Like that's the big thing. I just get to Reshiram. Do I wanna? No. Ugh. The shame that no one actually is picking the thing up because like it would be really good to have. Like just freaking Friend Guard, especially when we don't have any special attackers on the team for Skuntank to take advantage of. But again, this is what I mean when randoms don't really know what to do, which is always a problem. But at the same time, we're getting decent Pokemon. We have Sudowoodo. We can easily beat this. Only problem is, hopefully, they won't Dynamax before I can. Because if I can do that, then we can win this easily. I mean, yeah, if the game has a good story, then that's one thing, but I'm not really sure how they'll be able to add, like, because the thing is, this is one thing that I will say about Pokemon. It doesn't have the most expansive story. The only game they ever actually tried to give a story to is the game that got lambasted because, oh, we don't like not having access to our Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon. We don't understand the point of the game is to use new Pokemon, so this game is terrible. Like, the only game that actually had a story was the one that got so utterly ripped apart by the community, I don't think they're going to be putting a big story in there because historically, when they've done that, the only time they have done that is in the game everyone basically despised until people start realizing, wait, these games are actually good. So it's just like, I don't think they're going to be putting in a huge big story because historically they haven't, and they've been historically going more towards the not really much of a great expansive story because it's just, there's no point really to doing it, is probably the way that they've seen it. They historically have not had much success in people liking a game for the story, so why make a story for a game when the reason people play is just to battle things? It's a shame, but yeah, that's how it goes. Why are they going? I mean, I guess Max Quick actually is a decent option, all things considered, because of the special defense boost. But I mean, I prefer to just go for the damage with Max Wormond. Because it's just, unless you don't actually have a dragon type move. So I feel like you don't have a dragon type move. The good thing is that we all actually are resistant to fire, aside from Skuntank, which is good. I know that I can safely survive a blue flare. I know Drudagon can safely survive a blue flare. I'm not 100% sure if the Barascuta can, simply due to the fact that it is a glass cannon. The thing is 100% glass, 100% cannon. You effective hit 4 times. Excellent. Excellent damage. And Spirits use Speed Rose. Purge all the stats. Do we just... Okay, Fusion Flare, sure. That's... Didn't kill. Alright, good. That's what I like seeing. Max Quake. We're probably not gonna get through that. Actually, we might. Hopefully I can actually hit this. Come on, Stone Miss. Don't Stone Miss. Yes! Stone Miss did not miss. Alright. Alright, there we go. This is number 27. Catch. Luxury Ball. This is going to be catch number 27, and I think we're actually going to be closing off for tonight on... Oh, today, not tonight, on this one. Because we did a couple of good ones. We've been doing this for about an hour and a half, 45 minutes so far. And I think it's time we go for another mechanized Max's raid. Go show the love to our friends who deserve it, of course. Again, it could end up being a good game. It could end up being a good game. Again, we can't judge that until the game actually comes out. No shiny, no shiny, no shiny. And what a surprise, not a shiny. Alright, that is all for today. Let's go find a raid target. Of course, yes, I do want to save the Reshiram encounter. Thank you, write that down. See you again very soon. Let's see who's live. Okay, Risky's live. Rev is live. Yeah, Risky, Rev, Gage, Firefox. Let's go to Gage. Let's go to Gage. Because he's also shiny hunting. He is also shiny hunting. Alright, see you next stream, Melon. Again, we're gonna go in with our mechanized Maxis raid. Over to there. See you guys over there, hopefully. Have a good day, all of my friends.